Hello. Hi. This is my second Everglades vlog. I am eating Taco Bell with a paper straw. This is very odd. I have never seen Taco Bell with a paper straw, but we're in Florida, so anything is possible. This is gonna be pretty quick because I'm really hungry. I have just returned home from a full day in the Everglades again. Um, oh, yeah, I guess the last time I spoke, I thought that the only time I would go to the Everglades was with Gray down in Flamingo. That is not. That has not been the case. That has not been the case. I have gone to the Everglades three other times since. I've explored all areas of the Everglades, all the eight ecosystems. Um, yeah. And so today I went on a private tour with a friend that I made named Armando and his company Go Nature. Um, and we went to Shark Valley, then we went to Thackahachy, um, and I did a wet walk, which is crazy. If you know anything about me, you know that I clinically had OCD, and one of the ways that manifested as a young kid was a severe aversion to the bottoms of my feet being dirty. So I walk on my tippy toes. Probably was the autism too. Um, and also, I would have meltdowns if I touched grass, mud, or dirt, anything like that. It just completely leveled me. Yeah. Oddly, sand and rocks and like gravel, that was fine, but it was specifically like mud was my biggest fear. And so doing a wet walk through the Everglades, yeah. Before I met Armando, or got to really know him, um, he was my first tour guide uh, for a the first Everglades visit that I did by myself. Um, and I was telling him about it. I was like, "Yeah, you know, have an aversion to mud, and I've been working through it." And he's like, "Oh, so this is like a spiritual experience for you being out here." And I hadn't really, put it that way or made sense of it in my head as that. Specifically, it being spiritual, I knew that like it would be um, resonant, like educationally. And I guess yeah, if I put the vocab word to it now, I would say spiritual. But just to hear him say that in response to me confronting my mud fixation, really just like unlocked some stuff for me. Um, so yeah, so today, that was two Everglades visits ago. Today was my third with, intensive full day touring. Um, and I did a wet walk and saw three snakes and a baby gator and oh man, I there are things in my life that I never thought I would be able to do, that I couldn't have even imagined myself doing or thinking it would be possible to do. And as you're like driving up and through the Everglades, you look to the side and you see mangroves and swamp and just very dense marshland. And you think, first of all, how deep is that water? And what is lurking in the water? And wow, how dangerous it would be to be stuck out there. And you don't really think, wow, I'm gonna step out into that. But I did. I did. Um, yeah, and it's something that I will not be forgetting for a really long time. one of the magical things about being down here is it comes up, why are you down here, why are you down here, and I say, oh, I'm a playwright and I'm doing research for a play and I'm trying to figure out like what this play is, and that's part of it. And Armando's dad was there on the tour with us today, and this was the first time that he got to see his son in action as a tour guide, even though like Armando is like very well seasoned, um, and gets a lot of great reviews for the company that he works for, that is not his own. Um, and Armando's father said to me, he's like, what you're doing is very unique and is very special, and not a lot of people get to do it. Um, yeah, and it was just like very stunning to me, just like having that reflected back to me about how privileged I am to be able to like not just grow as a writer on this fellowship, but also grow as a person, um, and have it be fully funded, and truly have it be time to explore and to make mistakes and to make discoveries and revelations and all of those things. And so, yeah, my time here has been spiritual, deeply spiritual. Um, yeah, and I really wouldn't have put it that way before. Uh, I've been writing so much. I've been writing so much forever. I've been writing so much for other projects. Um, I've been swimming almost every day. I've been resting a lot. I've been soaking up the sun, and really, this is the first time in my adult life where I've had an extended period of time where I am living on my own. There's no one else here but me. This is effectively my first apartment, and first, you know, solo apartment, but first time really being able to decide for myself how I spend my days. And of course, like this fellowship, I had a lot of like events that I needed to go to and wanted to go to, and sort of like a domino effect of like, oh, I'll meet people that will show me the way and sort of have it unfold. But there was, and there continues to be for the next day, a lot of like self determination in that. And I come from a very loving family that has very lovingly stayed put, since, the great migration of our people after Reconstruction. So most of my folks are really in the mid Atlantic, a few in Oklahoma and other places down south, but my core family is in Pennsylvania, Delaware. That's basically it. And so it's a really big deal that I'm able to, like, you know, my mom called me an adventurer today. Um, it's a really big deal, and I hope that I inspire my mom, and I also inspire my sister, who honestly inspires me every day. She's out in LA right now, to do things that are like more out of their comfort zone and to surprise themselves with opportunities and experiences, that I didn't think they would have access to. Like, I immediately am like thinking, I want to get so good at canoeing and kayaking so I can take Ryan, so I can take Sania, so I can take mom out on the water and like feel very good about doing that and showing them the ropes. Um, I want to be a strong enough swimmer where like I could help them out. And for the first time, I'm really like thinking about that and myself as like a nature person. Um, and I'm excited to like go back to Philly and find more opportunities to like be out on the water and do the hiking thing and maybe more wet walks. I don't know. If anything, this trip, especially today, like was like the big exclamation point at the end of a very, very long sentence. where I realized like I need to come back here. This is not the end of my time in Fort Lauderdale and the Everglades and Hollywood and, Miami. It can't be. And Ever is a multi-year project already that was projected to be that, but I want to be very intentional about the story that I'm telling, and I want to have a real relationship to the Everglades because I know that the story will be about the environment, about the degradation of the Everglades, but also about the ways in which the Everglades has saved the people that have dedicated their lives to saving it, native or not. So, yeah, yeah, I I'm glowing. I'm really glowing, and I have so many stories, and many of them will make it into my writing in one way or another, if not literally. The good vibes will be on the keyboard, the tippity tapping. Um, but yeah, I miss Philly. I miss Ryan. I miss Bishop. I miss all my friends. I miss all my family. So I'll see y'all on Friday. I will do a vlog tomorrow too because I promised 3 and I owe you a song and a scene. So that will probably happen after I get back. Got a couple of writing deadlines for unrelated projects coming up. So yeah, but this is one of them. Um, this is one of my projects. And I'm going to take my good old sweet time. All right, I don't want my taco to get soggy. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.